Good evening. Okay, so first off, if you've watched my last video and I'm dressed the same, it's because I'm filmed on the same day. I've come out in the evening for a bit of rest and relaxation. We've come back to the same hole we were digging last week. I did leave it open slightly because we were just getting into that interesting layer just down here. In fact, it's a little piece of pottery there. Come on, focus. It's got a crown on and it says silver. I wonder if that's a silver jubilee, maybe. We've had a small marking dye bottle and another Crucian salts with the lid just there. That will just hit bottom of the hole. So that's the modern, come out of the modern layer. I'll move you around now, you can see me a bit better. That's better. Yeah, still got the lid on and some of the contents. So if you remember when I did that Mullarky vid, we found a really small version of this. No, I can't get the lid off. Right, so come to a bit of a compromise. What I'm going to do is, instead of burying all the bottles, I'm going to keep the whole bottles to one side for mudlarkers, and I'm going to bury broken scraps and shards. But apart from that one, I'll take that one. Well, I won't take it, but I'll leave it for a mudlarker. It's an interesting piece. Possibly one I'd like to own. So let's get cracking in this hole. I'm just going to do a little bit of a dig and I'll bring you back on the first bottle. Sorry, camera went off. Yeah, so just after we showed you that vinegar bottle, we've had two little screw top jars, which I'm not really interested in, but I'll leave them for the mudlarkers anyway. We've had a milk pot, a light fitting, a light switch, which I could probably take that home and clean that up and use that in one of my restorations, because I do tend to take a lot of electrical stuff and restore stuff like that. Big old top jar, marmalade jar, jam jar, and this tiny little mother of pearl button. So I'm going to leave all that. I'm not going to take any of that. It's not what I'm after. I don't know, you've seen these two in that little shard of pottery with silver on it. Is it going to focus? Focus. Anyway, it says silver on it, and it's got like a gull, a seagull or a dove carrying a branch, and what looks to be like a little bit of a pirate ship just poking off corner there, and a crown in the middle. Quite nice actually. It's quite a nice decorative piece. If we find any more, I'll put it all together. But yeah, that's it for now. Right, let's crack on. Right, so I've done my old trick, not filmed my last segment. So here we are, back at bottom of the hole. There's a broken marmalade, but we've just had this, a big old meat pot. Unfortunately, it's plain. Two little glass bottles, like a glass vial. We've had another one of them big Crucian salts. A big old dish, like a teacup type thing. A modern screw top bottle, and this, a little owl holding, I presume he's holding a beer of some sort, or well, it's got a hole in it, so I wonder what that was for. Some sort of holder. It's only got a small chip in its base, so I can repair that. So we'll probably be coming home. Right, let's race after it, let's crack on. Right, so just behind that big champagne bottle is this massive jam jar. It's probably going to be plain again, but we'll have a look. Oh, it's not plain. Frank Cooper, Oxford, Seville marmalade. But the gutting thing is, it's got some lovely patterning on it. But there's a bit of a crack just running through the middle there. stunning. Well, would have been. Yeah, so you've got the name there. You've got the Queen's Coat of Arms, warranted, pure, prepared only by Frank Cooper Limited, Oxford. Registered trademark, established 1874. That's nice. That's a lovely pot. Highest awards. What a pot. There you go, he's just got his maker's mark on bottom. Malling, Newcastle. Nice little pot. I might just take that, even though it is cracked. I can repair that with a little bit of epoxy. That's it's too nice not to take home. Yep, lovely. Right, let's crack on to this seam. Right, so it's been about 10 minutes since we've had that marmalade jar. We've had a few more, I'll show you. We had this one, which I thought were teaspoons at one point. It's a nice aqua, but it's full of some weird medicine. It's got a few lines embossed on front. Tiny little miniature aqua whiskey or wine. It's got some sort of gunk in it, but it's corked. And then something just come out of the side wall. So we'll have a look at that as well. And that is a Woodward Chemist. I'll bring you down here a bit, you can see better. There you go. Woodward Chemist, London. I've actually had one of these. In fact, I've had quite a few, but this is white glass, and it's not what I'm after, so I'll leave this one for the mudlarks. Yeah, so I don't know if you can just tell, but the ash is changing again. See how coarse and chunky it is? That's exactly what I'm after. That's the layer I want to get below, because this is where all the early stuff's going to come from. Yeah, let's keep chasing it, and we'll see what we can find. So we've just had these. Matching pair. One in aqua, one in amber. In fact, that amber one's a lovely colour. Like a honey yellow, but it's plain. It's not what I need. So they'll be staying here. The coming home collection is quite small. I've had this one as well, which is an early aqua dry. You can see loads of air bubbles in it. It's got an early screw thread, so although it is screw thread, it's not that old. It's probably like when they were messing with it, you know, patenting it, whatever. Other than that, so far, jar and an owl, and perhaps that. Just tidy up a bit so you don't all cave in on my head. Yeah, tablespoons is quite early, but I found enough for them to last me a lifetime. Won't mind a flagon though. Oh, and I had this as well, which is like a tiny little glass stopper. You can just make out, you can see through it there, which I've never seen before. Weird. It's really small. Yeah. That's staying as well. Chemist of London. Right, let's get back to this seam. Can you see that? Just remains of an old label there. Medicinally pure glycerine. It's a plain bottle, unfortunately. And then we have had this one, which is a Goodall and Backhouse Company, Yorkshire. But again, it's white glass. It's not what we're after. Let's keep going. Yeah, so let's just forward out this little sidewall here. So we'll try and get it out. There we go. Vino's lightning cough cure. That's a nice little one. Oh, look at that. Still got remains of a label on there. Cough remedy. Nice. And then there was something else just over here. I don't know where it's bloody gone now. Just hang up. There we go. There. There. So I think it's just a big old pickle. Again, remains of a label. And always check your jars. Right, let's keep chasing this seam. Just see it here, just an orange. There we go. All that. Tell you what, you do get a lot in there. I've been digging quite through this. It's like slag from metalworkings, but I didn't think there were metalworking down here, unless they were sharpening tools and possibly mending tools, sharpening tools. Anyway, we'll keep into this seam. What I'm probably going to do is chisel it out and open it up so I can get a bit further down. Let's do it. Right, so just cabling in this hole, and this just popped out. It's like a copper tin. There is writing on it. If we just make that out there. Are you going to focus? No, I don't want to focus for some reason. Try that. Anyway, it says powderette. So I assume it's some sort of powder tin. There's something in it, but I can't get it open. Oh. I don't want to break it, you see. I could. Oh, there we go. Just bits of powder that came in it, unfortunately. But yeah, look at that. Still works after all this time. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to polish that. I'll clean it and I'll polish it, and that'll be a lovely little addition to the finds of interesting, well, the shelf of interesting items, which I believe I posted a picture of on my last dig. We do all sorts of stuff, so yeah, nice little powder tin. Yeah, so the shelf of interesting items. It started that way because, well, me and my little girl, we used to go on like days out during holidays and stuff. We do all sorts of stuff. We go crystal collecting. We go fossil hunting. And then obviously painted rocks during lockdown. People kept leaving painted rocks everywhere, so everyone we found, we kind of just brought on with us. And obviously with the bottles and the little toys that I find, and silver coins, which just came off a piece of hole over there, which we'll fill back in. Yeah, found all sorts, so it's interesting items. So yeah, it's just a jumbo shelf of all the little knickknacks and bits we find. So yeah, I'll polish it up and that'll go on the shelf. Right. Anyway, I'll finish caving this hole in, and if anything pops out, I'll bring you back. So I'm just doing my usual little walk around before I go home. Just found another mother of pearl button, and I think that's a pocket watch lens. Bit of chain. Bottom of a poison bottle there. 6 ounce. Yeah. So we're at back end at Tip. We've just been digging just here, but you can literally see rabbits everywhere. Rabbit destruction everywhere. It's literally, there's rabbits under there. There's rabbit holes there. There's rabbit hole there. This is what I mean when you have to come on, because a couple of bottles down there, but they're all playing. You just don't know where you're going to be stepping. I mean, they do you a favour, because you know where to start digging. There's a big one here, really big. In fact, there's a little bottle sticking out under there. There you go, just a little apothecary bottle. Yeah, they're all down there. They're all down there. Got to be careful up here because there is a bit of a hole, but it's buried. It's been buried over by leaves. There's literally just stuff everywhere. There's a bit of an egg cup there, but this is what I mean. I don't normally dig up this top end, because last time I came I found this. So this is absolutely massive. It don't look that big on camera. This is one of my old holes just here off this banking, which I filled in, and that's why I reburied all that green jade tiling. But yeah, this. In fact, there's still bottles in the bottom. Bit of paste jars. Just stuff left everywhere, you know. It's not the kind of image we want to portray. I mean, this is a bit of wasteland, this. It's not really. I don't think anybody really owns it, and I've never been. Well, they own that bit out there where they've just put the forest in, but they don't do anything with this bit. They haven't touched this in years. There's actually a milk pot there. Is it a pond? Yeah. Pond's milk pot. Or milk glass pot, should I say. So yeah, that's my old hole. And this is the stuff I've pulled out that I don't really want. Stack of bottles up there. These bottles will all go back in. And then I'll fill this in. I've packed up the bottles I want to keep. We'll just go through it, have a little rundown. So, although we found quite a bit, it's all modern. Well, modern-ish. That's early, but I don't collect ScreenX, which is unfortunate. And there's yeah, it's a shame really, because there is quite a lot of stuff here, but like I say, it's luck of the draw. Sometimes you'll come on, you'll have a cracking day. I mean, that one day I came on and I found like I say, I must have gone on with about 4 poisons, 3 early bays, really local bays, Burnley ones. Some really weird poisons I've not seen before as well. A nice vapor crystalline, and them silver coins. Cream pot, found a couple of glazed cream pots. But then you come back on, you'll dig a 4-foot hole and you'll just find nothing but modern. So I think it has been churned up at some point. I think they've tried to level it off and bring it all back, you know. Right, anyway, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to get this hole filled in and then I'm going to shoot off because I'm getting a bit hungry now. Right, I'll see you on the roundup, I suppose. Unless I find something and I bring it back while I'm chopping this all down. Yeah, I'll see you in a bit.